Lupe in Edinburgh, Texas. See more better here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, but call me Mo Better, because I might be seeing Mo Better, look at Mo Better, and I'm going to show everyone else how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut the Zeiss Duravision Platinum anti-glare for your Oakley 5141, which is the DeadBolt, size 50, color 01, the satin black. Now Edinburgh, Texas is in South Texas, just next door to Brownsville and Corpus Christi, and great section of the country. It gets hot there. By the way, this is your hard shell Oakley case, but anyone in that area, I recommend to stop by Spun Puffs. It is a gourmet cotton candy place. In fact, let's just show this. Here's a little fun fact about me. I love cotton candy. I love what they're doing with sugar and air. Those are two of my three favorite ingredients. The third one is butter. I love what they're doing with sugar and butter. But sugar and air are still really good, but they have all sorts of different flavors. And here's what you can do. You can buy a sample set and send it to me, and I will do a tasting. Not Lupe, someone else. Support Lupe's business. Mail me one of the samples, even like the mini cotton candy jar set of 12. All the various flavors that come in that, send it to me. I will eat it on the air when doing your video. So, that is my weakness. I loves me some cotton candy. Love it. Who doesn't? Makes you feel like a kid. And you can eat like a bazillion pounds of it. That's the other great thing about cotton candy, because it literally melts in your mouth. Okay, can I just go to work now? I'm sure Lupe's like, I've seen enough cotton candy. I want my glasses made. So, your hard shell Oakley case, your Oakley cleaning cloth, and inside, well, actually it's a carrying bag / cleaning cloth, and inside the carrying bag is the Oakley DeadBolt. It comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping, and I'm going to put that on there when I ship to you. And of course this is it says DeadBolt on the right temple, and on the inside of the left temple it has the model number, which is 5141, the color 01, and then the eye size, which is 50. And this is a really nice titanium frame. And then the one really nice thing about this, it comes with titanium nose pads, titanium nose pads, titanium frame front, titanium temples, titanium nose pads all the way through. And actually it's nice that the accent colors of the nose pads match the DeadBolt on the side of the frame. That's a really nice touch. So let me begin. I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses. I've still got cotton candy on my mind. So anyone else out there thinking about it, want a little special treat sent to your house, go to spunpuffs.com, pick out the ones you want. Send me the ones you don't want. If you don't like them, you can open a jar, taste. If you don't like it, put the lid back on it, mail it to me. I will eat it. I have no pride. So, I need to program this shape into the computer. You are Secret Agent 2695. Program that into the computer, so years from now, should you ever need new lenses, I can mail them right to your home. Hit the start button. Little stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. You buy any genuine, authentic Oakley frame that I sell, and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipts have my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase. You'll get the full reimbursement from the health savings account. You will get your out-of-network reimbursement, since I do not accept any insurances. I also should say that I am an authorized Oakley dealer. I just do not have them on my website yet, but there is a link that when you click on Oakley, I've got the 2 safety frames, but for all the other frames, if there's a frame you want, just click on the link, tell me the model number, size, and color, and I'll check on price and availability. If you really want to be nice, upload a picture of your prescription, tell me what lens options you want in your PD, and I'll get you exact price and time frame of when I can ship. Which I should have done with these, by the way. I've got something special planned for you with these. You just don't know yet. I'm going to move on to the next screen. And enter the pupillary distance, which starts at 32.5, which is his exact prescription per eye. A total of 65, which divided by 2 is 32.5. So I don't have to move anything there. I do want to raise the optical center up 2 millimeters. To 24. I want to write that down. We're going to cut this The optical center is going to be 24 high. Now your right eye reads minus 3 1/4, minus 50 at 05, minus 3 1/4, minus 50 at 05. This morning I woke up at 07:30. So these are what's known as a stock lens. They're mass produced ahead of time. They make, I don't know, I'm guessing 1,000 lenses with that prescription, and they put it in a paper packet, stick it on a shelf, wait, side by side with the next prescriptions until someone needs it, and then they mail it. That's why it has two different labels, two different packets on here. But one thing I do want to show, of course, the prescription's written on there, and I'm going to write on there too, but one thing I want to do, this is the Zeiss lens. Excuse me, I talk so much my throat gets dry. I need cotton candy. Someone mail me some cotton candy. So, Zeiss Duravision Platinum. It is the alternative. It was the original to Crizal Sapphire. Now, Zeiss has been a leader in precision optics since 1846. They invented the photochromic lens. They invented anti-glare, Zeiss did. They sold the technology to others, such as Essilor, and they have their own brands for that. And the one with the blue coating with the least amount of reflection, Essilor calls Crizal Sapphire. So I'm going to take the Crizal lens out of the packet. The other nice thing, these lenses are aspheric, which simply means not spherical. The Crizal one is not, but here's what I'm going to do. I stand corrected. It is. I'm sorry. One way this is different, Crizal Sapphire is $140. Zeiss Duravision Platinum is $99, so it's $40 less. But when you hold these up, all things being equal, the Zeiss Duravision Platinum is a clearer lens with the least amount of reflection to it, giving you a better cosmetic look. I just want to do a side-by-side comparison before I start cutting. Let me put this back on there. I'm going to do a longer demonstration with that. That's why I bought a non-prescription Crizal Sapphire lens, so I can do a side-by-side comparison a little bit later when Lupe's not waiting for his glasses. So, put the power drum on minus 3 1/4. Put the lens in, rotate until the spherical component comes into view first. Find the center of the lens, check the astigmatism correction. We're at 375, that is good. That means it's the exact power that I need and where I'm supposed to be on the lens. Put 3 dots on the lenses. Mark this one Aura, as we say in the South, and place that on the platform. Now, one thing I want to do, so you know you're getting the authentic thing, I always highlight the powers of your lenses in the video. So minus 3 1/4, minus 50. And next to it says Duravision Platinum. And it even says the DVP, Duravision Platinum Anti-Glare. And I'm getting smudges on there. And this is the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left lens, which is minus 350, minus 50 at 165, minus 350, minus 150 at 165. Take the lens out of the protective sleeve. Put the lens, we're at what, 350? Yeah, put the power drum on minus 350. Rotate the lens until the spherical component, the minus 350, comes into focus first. Check the second curvature. We're at minus 4, which tells me it has half a diopter of astigmatism correction. And I'll explain all that a little bit later. Put 3 dots on the lenses. Once, doce, 13ze. And we're going to mark that one L, which in Latin stands for not right. Like me. So, let's highlight this. Minus 350, minus 50. Duravision Platinum. This is the left lens. And if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. Free bad jokes with every pair of glasses sold. And you will be receiving all the manufacturer's original packaging from Oakley, from Zeiss, including their cleaning cloth, so you know you're getting the real deal. So, I need to get 2 blocks and 2 stickers ready. This is what's known as a block. I like to call it Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting, so I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got 2 right here. Stick that one on the first block, do the same thing now on the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. That silver button on the back is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. And the reason why I put those 3 dots on there, it tells me that it's oriented in there just perfectly. The blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. Your eye is just above that in inset. Get everything lined up as such. And hit that button, the arm comes down, places the block onto, hey, come on now, the right lens. Let's do the same thing now for the left lens. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky, line up the magnet. Same PD, same optical center height, same bat channel. Same thing of me fantasizing about cotton candy when I'm supposed to be working. Hit that button, the arm comes down, places the block onto the left lens. What other candy from your childhood, what other food group do you think about as much that, you know, a lot of things change, the taste of things. Cotton candy has stayed the same ever since then. Oh sure, you could say wax lips taste the same, but did you really like wax lips? If there was cotton candy on the counter and wax lips, which one would you go for? Now, I might rock a candy necklace. What a concept is that? All right, everyone be honest. How often did you bathe as a kid? Especially when you're running around sweating, doing all that stuff. You would have a candy necklace on your neck, running around sweating, and then occasionally you would lift it up and take a bite out of it, eat some candy, drop it back down. How hypoallergenic is that? So, we're going to wake the computer up. That is the job ID number 2695. Can you see that? 2695. 2695, or as I like to say, installment 2695 of my 330 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. Now, spoiler alert, stay tuned for episode number 330 million because something crazy is going to happen. So, these are polycarbonate lenses. If they were, oh, I hit plastic. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, I would select that. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to place one on the rear concave surface of the lens. The actual cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel. It's going to grind away your lens material until it's the final size. This wheel in the center that has the channel, that valley, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. So I'm going to go ahead and press the sticker on the real firmly. I'm going to place the magnet into the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. I know, you're moaning. Once upon a time, that was funny. So the door closes, the clamp shuts, the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame on the first go round. And you can see as it's tracing that shape. And this second time it's measuring the thickness of the lens to know where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, which would be minimal. Now your lenses are thin in the center, thicker from the edges. So the further you go from the center of the lens, the thicker it gets. But with his PD in this frame, it should be very minimal. Now there's water running in the background to catch the optical sawdust. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens during the cutting cycle. Unlike plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex, those all cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lens continuously. Now, water will spray onto your lenses, but just to wash away the optical debris known as schwarr that you see on the edge of your lenses. But polycarbonate is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. This is the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel, from flying debris in their Oakleys. Now, it also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin there in Edinburgh, Texas. Your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that you have to reapply every couple hours. Now, the nice thing about Zeiss lenses, they offer the most complete protection. UV protection. Theirs goes all the way to 400 nanometers. Most of the other companies stopped at 380. Zeiss takes it to next level. You're getting sunglass level protection out of a clear lens. They have so much protection. Zeiss is the only company that has partnered with the with the American Cancer Society because of their complete level of protection. Now, the machine that applies the Duravision anti-glare costs well over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours. They vaporize 8 different coatings onto this lens, and in between each coating they have to get an acid bath and it air dries. So that's why, because of the time and the expense from that, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. Now, the purpose of anti-glare is to reduce glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain. But from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights, and such. The second feature is it reduces reflection. So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection. So it makes for much better eye contact. Plus, if someone takes a picture with a flash or you take a selfie, you're less likely to see the phone in the lens. So water is spraying onto the lens. It's getting the safety bevel now on the back surface, the concave surface of the lens. They used to put the astigmatism correction on the front surface of the lens. That curvature of your lens used to be on the front. That's when it was in plus cylinder. Some doctors still write it that way. There's some old phoropters. That's the machine that sits in front of you, the chair with the different prescriptions. Some people, and they still work from the 50s, but people wrote it in plus cylinder. Then in the 70s or even into the 80s, they changed the astigmatism correction from the front of the lens to the back of the lens, and then it became minus cylinder. Some doctors still write it in plus because they're the top of the pecking order. All opticians do everything in minus form. It's on the back. So let's dry everything off and then see if the lens fits first time around, which generally on metal frames it does. I usually have to resize a little bit on plastics. Now, before we get started, after we get started, the reason why the lens is this large is because it'll fit into just about any frame. That's not bad, going from that edge thickness down to this one. Now, anyone who wants this edge thickness, it costs extra, but Lupe did not pay for super thick lenses, so he's not getting them. Sorry, Lupe. Next time, if you get down on one knee and beg me to put some really thick lenses in your frames at no extra charge, I'll say, oh, I don't know. You really got to talk me into it, because I just don't like doing it. I'll be honest with you. I just don't like putting thick lenses in people's frames. So that's why everyone gets polycarbonate, 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. Did I mention it's virtually unbreakable and has 100% UVA and UVB protection? Now somewhere, there it is, I dropped the screw. I try not to do that. I'm getting sloppy in my old age. Yeah, I'm old. This is the oldest I've ever been. That should count for something. No, wait, now I'm the oldest. No, now, you know, when I started this video, I was much younger. All right. You ever notice when someone shows you a picture of themselves, they say, this is what I look like when I was younger? Every picture of you is when you were younger. Come on, y'all, that's funny. You can laugh. I give you permission to laugh. So it goes in there. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over, start cutting the left lens. Press the sticker on there firmly. Place the magnet into the Charles, the Chucky baby, or today I'm calling it the Lupe. Hit the green start button. The door closes. The clamp shuts. It's going to trace the left side of the frame to make sure the lens is large enough. And you can see as it's going around tracing this shape. And then measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know where to place the bevel for the least amount of edge thickness showing. You see how thick that lens is before it gets started? Look at that, Lupe. Look at that. Look at that. Of course, this is a great shape. Round, by the way, round's the new rectangle. But round, anything roundish, cuts off a rectangle. So you're automatically going to get thinner lenses in a shape like this. So this was a really good selection with your frame. We'll go ahead and take the block off. Pull the sticker away. Dry that off. Add to my sticker collection. Come down here to my Marco 101 lensometer, spin the axis wheel to 5, put it in over that black dot, read the power, I'm getting minus 3 1/4, one tick mark going away from 3 towards 4. That's because your prescription reads minus 3 1/4, minus 50 at 0.005. Now the unit of measurement in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R, starts at 0, which we in the industry call plano, which you in Texas call a city. But it goes up in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. You're on the 13th rung of a ladder. You can see up close great, but your lenses minify. Your eyes are naturally like a magnifying glass. You can see up close great, but once you start to move it away, beyond arm's reach, it starts to get blurry. So you need 13 steps of far-sighted correction to make an image. This cleaning cloth is a certain size. With your glasses off, it is super large. When you put your glasses off, it becomes the correct size. Now once it's the correct size, you have another half a diopter, 2 steps of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. Think of it as the fine-tune knob, and we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 5. So you have 2 curves on your eye, minus 3 1/4 this way, and then a steeper, 2 steps steeper this way, and it's how we line those 2 curves up to make everything nice and crisp. And a straight line is 0 to 90 to 180, so we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 5. We're just going to break that 180 meridian. So we're going to check the second curvature, and we're at minus 375, 1 tick mark away from 4. That's because, remember high school math, you add 2 like signs together? Yeah, nobody does, don't worry. Let's use today's terms. Somebody borrowed $3.25 from you, and then they borrowed another 50 cents. They would owe you $3.75. That's where we're at, 375 in the red. Now your right eye, you need 1 step stronger of far-sighted correction. You're on the 14th rung, but you still have the same amount of astigmatism correction, but we're going to turn the fine-tune knob to 165. Now you would think 5 and 165, now these first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180, but you would think 5 and 165 are very far apart. They're not. Again, 5 degrees away from the 180 line, 165 is 15 degrees away from the 180 line. So really, between 5 and 165, you only have 10 degrees of separation from you and Kevin Bacon's prescription. So, next time you're in town, he's in town, you can let him borrow your glasses so he can see. So, take that out, dry everything off. See if there's any optical sawdust on the edge of your lens. If so, I'm going to scrape it off with my thumbnail. Now this machine does most of it. My older machine I had years ago, I used to have to go to the handstone and groove it off manually. And I would have a V into, speaking of which, I'll ask you guys that in the comment section, but I would have a V in my thumbnail and tell everyone that's why I can't have a nice thumbnail. Now, this thumbnail, I have a split in my finger. Someone told me cut a V here on opposite sides and it would grow out. I've been doing that for a couple years. It's never happened. Anyone else knows how to get that little split, because it goes all the way down. It doesn't hurt unless I put my finger in my pocket and it catches on something. Now, let me see if I can do this without dropping the screw this time. Actually, I'm going to see if I can screw it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold it upside down. Use your case to catch it, just in case. That's why they call it a case. Just in case I drop the screw. So, tuck that in. I'm trying to put my thumb over that screw head, but I don't think it's working. Come on, come on. Don't fight me, don't fight me. Up there it goes, it popped out. Put the screw back in. Use my Phillips head screwdriver. Just want to make sure everything is in there perfectly. Tighten that all the way. We're good to go. Take the block off. Use my hand-approved drying method. Again, add to my sticker collection. Come down here, turn the fine-tune knob to 165. Put it in over the black dot. By the way, this is known as final inspection. I'm literally, I'm going to guarantee that these lenses are made exactly how the prescription is written out. Not just the prescription, the PD, the optical center height. So this is how I guarantee to everyone that the lenses are cut perfectly. I'm at minus 350, exactly halfway between 3 and 4. 350, I'm going to add another 50, half a diopter, to 350, and we end up at minus 4. So that is cut perfectly. So, because when you buy glasses online, how do you really know that they're made exactly the way they're supposed to be? Now, I should back up and say I am a licensed optician. I'm in a licensed state. A lot of states, there's only 21 states that require you to go to college and pass a state board exam. The other 19 are board certified tests, but not state certified. I've got 21 years experience in the field, and I've personally cut tens of thousands of pairs of glasses for people. This is, and again, only a very small percentage of that am I doing online. So like many starving artists, I paid my dues coming up through the ranks until I could do this online. And I set a standard of excellence for myself that I try not to ever slip down. And you know what? Here's the nice thing about being human and being vulnerable. Lupe, I screwed up. I ordered 2 pairs of glasses for you. One came in quicker, one came in on the other. I put the lenses in the tray. Those came in next day. That's no problem. But I put the first frame in the tray when it came in. I put the second one in there. Got something as a business owner. I'm sure you've done this yourself. Another task came up. You had to set this down. I set it down. I'm not saying you. I set it down. And I dropped the ball. I did not come back to it until I got an email yesterday. And so that's why I'm going to do something special for you. I'm not going to announce what it is on air, but I'm going to email you and tell you what I'm doing for you. But as a business owner, I can't speak for you. I can only speak for myself. I feel like I've not just let you down. I've let myself down. Because again, I set a standard of excellence. And yes, I'm human. I don't walk on water. But that doesn't mean I can forgive myself for when I don't do things as well as I feel I could be doing and should be doing. So it's a teaching moment for myself to keep that bar raised high. Because if you don't hold yourself to high standards, no one else will. Now your PD is 65, the optical center is 24. I'm going to place the PD stick against my thumb, and when we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 65 millimeters. The optical center height should be 24, not to the bottom of the lens, but to the middle of the frame at the deepest point. We're at 24 millimeters. 24 millimeters, so that is cut perfect. The last part of final inspection, I want to put your frame into standard alignment, which is also known as 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Now, normally I would take my glasses off, and the reason why I say that is when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I'm part of that 80%, and I'll show you in just a moment. But because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments. And when I say wobble, I usually take mine off and press down to show you how mine wobble. But I'm wearing Oakley. This is the Pitchman R Carbon, model number 8149, color 3, the polished clear with the carbon fiber temples. These are known as pilot temples because if you can imagine a World War II fighter pilot slipping a pair of old aviator glasses on, they would have to take their helmet off to slide the glasses on and off. Now this is known as the spatula temple. This literally like a spatula for flipping an egg or a pancake. This does curve behind your ear, more so. And when I put my Ray-Bans down on the counter, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. There's something amazing about these pilot temples that are almost self-correcting. I've never had a pair of glasses that I never needed to adjust before, and that is why. But again, there is no wobble when I press down this way. I check the opposite side, press down, there is no wobble. I close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, that neither temple is askew like that. Check the tension on each spring hinge. If one was tighter or one was looser, I would tighten the looser one. I would loosen the tighter one until they're matching. Now, I need to clean these off. And while I do that, I mentioned that there's free shipping anywhere in the U.S. And Edinburgh, Texas is in the U.S. Edinburgh, Scotland, well, I think you guys know where that's at. By the way, that's a 3.5 train ride. 3.5 hour train ride from King's Cross in London. I've made that a couple times. Edinburgh, Scotland, great town. Edinburgh, Texas, haven't been there, but I hear they have the best cotton candy. That's what I hear. I'd love to try some. Not Lupe. I'm not asking Lupe to send me some. I'm asking other viewers, order from Lupe and send it to me. I will put, so there'll be a link in the description below on how to order Oakleys from me. I am an authorized Oakley dealer. I just don't have the frames listed on the website yet. My new website will have them. My current one does not. I'm currently working on coming out with my own brand of eyewear called Christian Eyewear, which today is June 2nd. It should be here by about July 4th. And we'll get that posted, but I have Jigsaw, my website designer, working on that website for me. And once that website is built, then he's going to go back and revamp this one. And Jigsaw was a customer like anyone else. He had bought glasses from one of the big box stores, was very unhappy with it, was gotten Transition Signature 6 lenses from them. I'm not going to say who they were. If Jigsaw wants to leave that in the comment section, he can, but I'm not going to, I don't badmouth any business. They're just trying to get rid of old inventory. I'm giving everyone the latest, greatest, the new hotness. And, but that's that. But I'll have Jigsaw working on my new website. But he was so pleased with the service he got from me. He literally will tell you it's the best he has ever seen out of a pair of glasses in his life. And he's been wearing glasses for a long time. But he wanted to extend his hospitality and build a website for me because that's what he does well. And I said, you're hired. So, but I will leave a link in the description on where to buy, how to buy Oakleys from me. I'll even leave, my address is on a banner going across the top of the current website. But I'll put my address in the comment section below for anyone. I'm daring someone. This is crazy COVID time. But I'm daring anyone to send me some cotton candy that they buy from spunpuffs.com, which is Lupe's business. And by the way, I don't know about hydrochloroquine, but I've heard that cotton candy, if it doesn't treat or cure the coronavirus, it'll stall you long enough until they do come up with a cure for it. So remember to eat your cotton candy. Remember to send me some cotton candy. The flavors you don't want, if you buy a gift set and there's flavors you don't want, send them to me. I am beating a dead horse. By the way, is dead horse one of the flavors of cotton candy? If it was, I would still eat it. I have no pride. My wife just laughs at me whenever I'm at and it's horrible cotton candy that you get from a convenience store. I will buy it. Lupe at spunpuffs.com has gourmet cotton candy. As we say in the South, it don't get no better than that. So, but do yourself a favor, buy some from Lupe, buy some from me, do me a favor. Have I told you what I love what they're doing with air and sugar these days? Great recipe. How can you go wrong? It's air and sugar. Maybe a little food coloring. But nonetheless, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the bell icon so you can get notifications of different frame and lens combinations as they become available. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as Free Prescription Lenses, on Twitter as Free Rx Lenses. If you have any questions, go to the Contact Me page of the website. You can also leave a comment in the comment section below. But Lupe in Edinburgh, Texas, owner of Spun Puffs Cotton Candy, gourmet cotton candy, thank you so much for the purchase of the Oakley 5141 DeadBolt. How cool of a looking frame is this? With your Zeiss Photo Fusion Duravision Platinum anti-glare. Now you're going to get free single vision lenses with the purchase of any frame. I send out a selfie request. Lupe, I'd love to have you rocking these, holding up some of your cotton candy. In fact, I send out cleaning instructions not only for your frame and lenses, but for the Zeiss cleaning cloth, your Oakley cleaning cloth, and the premium microfiber cloth that I provide, as well as how to care for your case so it too will last you for years. And if you do any social media, if you would occasionally hashtag me at Free Prescription Lenses, that would be great. But again, Lupe of spunpuffs.com, thank you so much for your purchase. And now, hopefully, everyone else has gotten a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.